So this is the content I'm pretty sure people are tired of me doing, but it is what it is. I don't even care if I got one person watching. This needs to be talked about. I want to give a shout out, and I always tend to do this whenever corrective measures are being given. When it is that things like this are found, right? I want to give a special shout out to this mother. I'm not going to put up the Twitter, the IG, whatever it is, because it doesn't need to get put directly up. But the mother stated this: FYI, Kamari is 14 years old. To anybody she's been lying to, she is not allowed to talk to boys and definitely not allowed to have a boyfriend. Kamari do not have a phone and won't have one till she graduated high school. Kamari is a child. She is not grown. Signed, her mama. So, just in case you guys are a little bit confused as to why it is that this was even a thing, that's because the mother found her Twitter and she saw the things that were directly on her Twitter. Now, note, none of the things up there are anything of her, but they are of things that other people have posted. It doesn't matter if it's memes or anything like that, but it's more of a adult themed type of thing of the things that she wanted to repost. And again, this is a girl that is 14. At no point in time should she even be uh, realistically knowing anything about these things. Some of the things that she even listed and said should not be coming from the mouth or the thought process of a 14-year-old, of a child. And again, this is why I stated to parents why it is so dangerous to allow your kids to have access to the internet, because you're literally allowing the whole world to have access to them. So there is no telling the individuals that she may have been entertaining or also talking to when she was both on Instagram and when she was also located on Twitter. Like I said before, nobody knows, but we do know that obviously she was talking to people. We don't know the age ranges of these people. I can promise you those age ranges were from either potentially her age range right on up, because of the content that was specifically up there that she was posting from other people. Okay, so again, no, nothing of the sort is going to be posted, so we're going to leave it as is, but you're going to be able to see what it is that she wrote, right? So in the top comment, she said, "Need to get the Mario Karts knocked out of me." Now, anybody that's an adult can pretty much understand what that is referencing. And again, this is somebody who is 14. Next one, she said, "Her toes are white. Something is tight. I'm all these such and such type." Again, 14. So somebody had made a post, right? And this person said, greatest, how can I put it? Whatever. You're just gonna have to leave it up to your imagination. But greatest blank of all time, right? And then once she saw that, she decided to post a picture of herself, like you see most teenage girls do. They'll be outside or whatnot and just doing a pose, right? And she just basically, in a sense, posted and said, "Me, literally," in, paraphrasing, but that's pretty much what she said. And again, this is somebody who is 14, still in school. Proof of which, still in school. This was the next image that she had posted here. She was like, "I got hacked, y'all. That wasn't real, bro, and my Twitter is gone." Like I said before, and I'm going to repeatedly keep saying what I've always been stating. I need the mothers out there to start talking to their daughters. Shout out to the mother who specifically found out. I don't know how she found out, but shout out to you for how it is that you found out, or had your spider senses tingling, and you knew your daughter was doing something that was not acceptable, something that you did not raise her to do, something you would not ever allow her to do. Shout out for you for taking the initiative to try your best to put a foot down, a stamp down, to stop this before it escalates into something far worse. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all, I've covered far too many stories where young girls, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, decided that they were oh so grown, that they could dress oh so grown and act and talk oh so grown. And then they meet up with a grown situation that inevitably ends up being a grown adult male who ends up meaning them the utmost harm to their lives, and they're never seen or heard from ever again. This mother has more than likely potentially just saved her daughter's life, and the young girl don't even know it. She's probably angry. She probably mad. She probably plotting. She probably still trying to, do stuff on a low, at the school or through friends' phones or however it is that, normally kids will try to do it. But she does not understand the type of danger that she is actually in and how her mother is trying to avert her from going down that dangerous path or meeting up with somebody who does not even mean her well. Matter of fact, let me just put it to another extent. It don't even have to be a guy that's older, right? It could be a young kid that's the same age as her. She's 14, maybe he's 15 or 16. And he can still have the same mentality as those grown dudes directly out there, where after whatever happens, he decides that he wants to commit a heinous act, something that you can never sit up there and come back from. And again, I'm just going to reiterate, I need the mothers to have conversations with their daughters. This is about y'all. This is about women talking to the young girls out here who are soon enough going to become women. I'm going to reiterate again, because a lot of people want to sit up there and say, but oh, why is it that you're always talking to the women? Why is it that the women always get the blame? What about the father? What about the father? I've shown y'all enough stories where the fathers have actually been in the lives of these girls or these young women, and they still decided to forego the father's information and do what it is that they wanted to do, and still ended up in the same situation. So I'm tired. I'm sick of people trying to sit up there and tell me that, oh, you need to start talking to the fathers if the fathers are there. No, I need a lot of women to start taking responsibility. You are a woman. You literally have the book. You have the blueprint on how it is that you made it this far, how it is that you survived. A man doesn't have that knowledge or that information. You have literally a whole encyclopedia. You have a whole thesaurus, a whole dictionary. You got a whole library worth of information. And for you to sit up there and try to sideline that and be like, yeah, well, where's the father? He needs to. No, you're trying to absolve yourself of responsibility of raising a young girl who is soon enough going to become a woman. You don't want to be responsible for what it is that may potentially happen if you do or say the wrong things. And that's crazy to me. You would rather have the responsibility on the father, knowing that he don't got the full knowledge, the full base, or the full information. And then if something goes wrong, then y'all going to turn around and be like, well, if he was a better father, well, if he was a better male, well, if he was 1000% of her life instead of working 2 to 3 jobs and doing this, and it's crazy to me. Like I said, I need the mothers, I need the women of the communities to have these conversations, to talk to their daughters, so things like this can be averted. These young girls at no point in time should ever be in a predicament where their minds are, in a sense, in the range of somebody who was in their 20s or 30s or 40s. It shouldn't be there. It shouldn't be there. And to take it a step further, this is why you need to stop allowing these little girls to put on lipstick, put on makeup, put on this fake hair, wear all of these tight, type of clothes and whatnot or whatever, trying to put their bodies out there so that they can get the male attention that they quote unquote desire. And again, I'm going to hear some people say, like, well, if they wouldn't be craving that male attention if their fathers were there, because there would be this, that, and the third. Well, they also wouldn't be craving that attention if the mothers would also give them the wisdom and the knowledge to understand that if you do the wrong things or put yourself out there in a wrong light, then things are going to inevitably happen. You're going to attract the wrong types of people. And even with that, I'll get feedback where people will sit up there and say, like, oh, that's policing how women dress. But what about the women who sit up there and dress this way and they don't dress provocatively? Life does happen. Stuff happens. But again, that doesn't take away from the fact that if you do a negative thing, you're pretty much 90 to 100% are going to receive a negative reaction. If I, as a black man, decided to be a drug dealer, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? I'm going to be in a shootout. I'm going to lose my life. I'm going to mess up my community. I'm going to be in and out of jail. My life is basically done because I opted to sit up there and put myself in that situation. So that's what I'm trying to sit up there and make people understand. When you opt to do something that you know you shouldn't do, you're going to receive what it is that you think that you shouldn't. And that's all it is. But like I said before, however y'all feel, y'all can write that, directly in the comment section. You feel that I'm wrong about the situation, so be it. Right in the comment section. However indifferent you feel, fine, no problem. Right in the comment section. Maybe for this video, I might specifically rehash and go back over this again, and make it into a live stream so that we can actually fully have this conversation directly out. Because, like I said before, whenever I happen to do these videos or other videos dealing with the community and the kids and whatnot, I get a lot of pushback. People want to fly all across the handle. They want to move the goalpost and all this other type of stuff versus focusing on specifically what needs to be focused on. And that is the proof of this. A mother stepped in where she was supposed to step in order to stop and avert her daughter from potentially losing her life, that we've seen a lot of our little girls lose in the community because they're vying for the attention of men. If more women were to do this, if more women were actually there, were actually women, instead of trying to be a best friend or competition to their daughters or whatever, a lot of these problems would not be happening. So again, I need a lot of these mothers to step up like this mother did.